how do you handle moments like those? Like, it doesn't have to be those specifically when you have those hiccups.
Oh, sorry, my puppy.
Oh, don't apologize. We understand.
Hey,
That's
we
kind of
just
likes to
adorable.
we
play
just
with the
think
toy.
you like squeak. Oh, see, he's blaming it on his puppy. He's just over there squeezing the squeaker because it keeps him occupied, trying to think of these questions. Squeak, 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 squeak. It's okay. Cats always play with their toys too. We understand, Dougie. You got to play with your toys. It's okay. We understand. No problem, Dougie.
Can you like repeat the question again?
Hello, buddy. Welcome back to Metaverse Degen. I'm Lion.
And our guest is.
Can you say that again? You kind of broke up a bit, Raptor.
I had a little stress test there. I'm Old Man Raptor, and our guest is.
Who are you?
Hello, I'm the homie Dougie. I'm
Oh.
just a raving cat that's seen everywhere in the VR raves, dancing.
Oh, well, thank you very much for
Cool.
for joining us. It's greatly appreciated to have you on.
Yes,
no,
we
pleasure's
do. We
mine.
appreciate it, Dougie. We appreciate it, Dougie.
Hmm.
Just keep your ass in one gear, okay? We don't want you wiggling all the way down. We got to chase you all over the car. It's a real bitch in this bitch. They just cleaned it a week ago, and it was a mess. You seen the last party was here. Nasty shit.
So,
You know how hard it is to get gum out of underneath seats? Especially you're this small? Yeah, it's a real bitch. Don't try it, folks.
yeah. So, what is it you do here in the virtual world, Dougie?
Well, what I do here in the virtual world is I basically run events, host events. I manage my own club as well as I manage many other clubs.
Oh, wow.
I also I also DJ in the rave scene,
Whoa.
and it actually hasn't been that long since I started.
Oh, really?
I hit like almost a year and a half since I started DJing,
Whoa.
and basically I owe it to like three of my homies.
Hmm.
Especially it was this one DJ named DJ Murdochs. I remember the first time when I entered the rave scene, it was at a Club Orion, and that's where I saw DJ Murdochs. He was playing drum and bass, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I at first was not into EDM.
Hmm. Oh.
Yeah, it was not my music at first, but once I hit Club Orion, and I saw Murdochs play, and I'm like, yo, hold on. I'm like, this is really funky. Like, oh hell yeah. And the more I got into it, basically I ended up here now.
Whoa. So, what pulled you into VRChat and VR? Like, what got you here and your whole career here started?
So basically got me here. There's this one time, it was like a couple of years ago. I was hanging out with a group of friends. They're not VR friends. These friends were like more of League of Legends, like other type of games. And one day we all decided, like, you know, let's hop on VRChat and try some VR games in there. So we played some games and we had fun. Then the day ended, and a couple days later, I was going through depression. I really wasn't like having a good time. And so just one random day, I decided to like, you know what? Let me try this VRChat Club Orion that I saw on the spotlight. We're talking about like 2 years ago. And then the first time I entered there, that's why I saw like at first I thought it was like clubbing. I'm guessing it's probably like lap dancing and stuff like that. But when I got in, it was actually just music. I saw people raving. They were like dancing, enjoying the music that was being played. At that time, it was a DJ who was playing live. And so I got into it. I started liking it. Then next day, I got on again, went to visit Club Orion. This was during the times when Orion was like actually popping. There were almost like events on a daily basis in there.
Mm.
and I started meeting people, started making friends in there. And actually, like a few days later from there, that's when I joined my very first club, which was excuse the name, but it was Club Pussy at that time.
Mm. Mhm.
But the name the name Pussy is more after Pussycat, not not that
I
guy.
got you, but that's what the other thing. I wasn't thinking in the sick way. Everybody thinks I'm always a sick old man, but the only thing I can think of is you walk into this club and you see cats all over the fucking place going, "Wow, this is a lot of pussy running around, just dancing away and having a good old time." That's the only thing that comes to my mind because I just saw you, Doug, not too long ago, and don't get me wrong, you said you were AFK and you're just shaking your ass. You're just shaking your ass, wiggling it all over the fucking place. That's why I said it's sad. That's why I used to go, whoa, that was funny.
Mm.
But yeah, okay.
Okay. So, what made you want to join Club Pussy when you joined your first club?
Actually, funny enough, at first when I saw Club Pussy, they were basically a bunch of cats.
Mm.
Almost the same Abby that I have, but it's like the free version, the
Mm.
short one.
Okay.
That would basically, I'm like, yo, all these cats are like, all these people with dancing cat Abbies. And when I met the boys, they were like really friendly. They're really great people. They like basically introduced me to like a whole lot of new people. So that's when I decided to, you know what, I want to like get more into this and try it out, help them out, see what I can do.
Mm.
And that basically, ever since I started with Club Pussy, that basically what brought me to what I am today now.
Whoa. So, you said earlier that you also have your own club. How did that come to be? May I ask? And what is it?
Well, yeah. So I basically it's been like it's almost like around a year since I was part of Club Pussy, but like don't get me wrong, these guys are amazing. I love them. I still help them out and everything. But I just like I felt like I just wanted to do more
Mm.
because there's so much you can do just as a staff, you know.
Mm.
Like you're not a club owner, you're not a co-owner. Like there's only so much you can do.
Mm.
But I kind of want to grow more. I kind of want to do more things. So that's what basically I decided that I just like while I'm still helping them out, I also want to start doing my own thing as well, like run my own events, specifically music focused.
Mm.
And I basically took whatever I learned from the VR clubbing the first year that I was with Club Pussy. Whatever I learned right there, I basically took that and I used that to like help me run my own club.
Mm.
But not just that, but also like the friends I made. There were like many homies that also like came along with me that wanted to help me out.
Mm.
A few of them I can mention, which is Arumba,
Ah,
Bobby
Roomba.
J.
Both of them are really nice
Yes.
people. Yeah, we've had the pleasure
Oh
of
yeah.
meeting both of them. They're both amazing folks.
Damn good folks.
Yeah, there were a
Damn
few more
good
friends
folks.
who also there were a few more friends who also helped me out, but yeah, Roomba and Bobby J, they're amazing.
Hmm. Okay. What kinds of things did you learn in your clubbing and raving scene that helps you with your club? And may I ask what your club is called?
Yeah, so at first we started with the name of our club was The Lounge,
Hmm.
but eventually I wanted to do like I wanted a name that was more like into the VR race scene, so that's when I came up with the Rave Factory VR.
Oh wow. I've actually heard and seen some of your stuff on the internet around. It sounds and what you guys got going on is pretty cool. What did you learn that helps you in your running the
Uh,
Rave Factory?
so what helped me out a lot was first off the times that people get on VRChat, especially from the States,
Hmm.
and DJs.
Oh,
I got to like I met a lot of DJs. They're amazing, especially homies of mine, like Stay a While, DJ Murdoch's, Fantex. Many of them many of them offered to help me out. Like, yo, like if you need a DJ, like hit me up. And thankfully, thanks to them, like they helped me run the club just
wow.
by playing amazing sets that got people to come and enjoy it. But what also helped me out was meeting club owners,
Hmm.
meeting people basically, other clubs.
Hmm.
Because then I basically went to their events and I saw how they ran their events basically.
Okay. So, with some of the things you do, is there anything you do different and similarly to other clubs? Like uh, what things have you adopted, and what do you do differently than other places may ask?
Well, I mean, I will say one of the main things that many other clubs do is music events.
Hmm.
That's basically our main thing. The things that I'll say we don't do is like lap dancing or drinking nights.
Hmm.
That's not kind of our thing. We're more just like I said, music focused.
Okay.
We just want to bring in the DJ, bring in people, and basically let them enjoy the music.
Okay. So you guys try not to promote the whole drinking and that whole underground culture stuff.
No.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah, no. Even when I DJ, I also like that's my own goal is that I end up shouting out like on the mic like water shots,
Mm. That's actually
H2O, drink your water.
that's actually really good to hear that there's more communities out there in the VRChat clubbing scene that try to promote like less drinking. I'm actually really glad to hear that you guys do that. So, thank you for existing and doing that, my friend.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. It's like I get it. Like people like to drink,
Hmm.
like that way they have a like. For some people, it'll be like their getaway or like enjoy your time.
Hmm.
But like I do not want to be that person that just keeps on telling people like, oh, keep drinking, take another shot, take another one, take another one.
Hmm.
Like the last thing I want to see is someone like passing out drunk or you know something bad happening because they much.
Yeah, I can definitely understand that, and it's kind of hard as well to see if they're underage here in VR because it's you're more or less going on their own word.
Mhm.
Hmm. So, what kinds of things have you learned since you joined VRChat that surprised you from before when you were in League of Legends?
Well, DJing was the main thing.
Hmm.
I didn't know EDM. I didn't know how to DJ at all.
Hmm.
And just once I got into VR, once I started hearing people DJ, hearing the kind of sets they played, that just encouraged me to try to learn on my own. But also like ask my DJ friends online that are here, like any that kind of stuff.
Hmm.
What I also learned was how to um how to interact with more people. I won't lie. I'm At first I was like a bit more nervous. I wasn't very like I didn't like socializing a lot.
Hmm.
I basically kept into a shell at first, but like once I started meeting people, like once I started knowing people how who they really are and everything, like basically it changed me more to where I can like walk up to someone and be like, "Hey, how you doing? You having a great night? Welcome to the event. I hope you enjoy your night." Like that kind of stuff.
Ah. So, being here in VR chats helped you come out of your shell a little bit. I'm glad it's been able to help you be more comfortable in those situations. Hmm.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. You know, I've heard that as a very common thing for a lot of people here in VRChat is a lot of people who are here at are very shy. And a lot of the time, with extended periods of time of being and interacting with other people, especially in VRChat, it's been very common for a lot of people to like come out of their shell, become a bit more outgoing. Sometimes not 100% flip, but they become more comfortable in those social situations. And it's awesome to hear that there's more people like yourself out there that's able to use this place as that kind of tool, I guess. I'm not sure what else to call it personally.
Yeah.
Hmm. Okay. So what did it take for you to learn to DJ and run a club once you actually started your club? And both of those things, I guess, yeah. Sorry.
So at first, what it took me was time,
Yeah.
a lot of time. I basically sacrificed my day off and used that to like learn how to DJ. What also sacrificed was money. I mean, getting a controller was not cheap, especially nowadays in the market. But I just started with like a beginner's controller at first, and I learned from there. The controller that I had at first basically was a beginner's controller that showed you how to like maintain your beats mesh, so like your beats are not off. And eventually I just got the hang out of there.
Okay.
Now for the club, on the other hand, it just basically took time, like trying to organize everything, plan out events,
Okay.
making sure things were like ready before. But it was mainly just time that I had to like sacrifice a lot.
Okay. What kind of resources or people that helped influence you in both the learning of DJing and learning of running a club? Like what helped you along the most in learning both of those?
What mainly helped me out was the guidance. Like I said, Roomba, Bobby J, Stay a While. They're really close homies. I love them, and thanks to them, like I would ask for tips and guidance, and they'll basically just like, try this, do this, and like for DJ, you could try that and this, and check this video out. Like I owe it to them basically, because without them, I'll basically just be some like random person still. Or probably like I wouldn't even be in VRChat, maybe.
Really? So it's those two and your friends here that keep you here and helped you along your way?
Oh, there's more, but yeah, basically.
Okay. So what has been driving you to run all these things? Because from hearing for where you started to where you are now, it seems like you have a lot of responsibilities on your shoulders.
Yeah, it's just I really don't have a clear answer other than I just love the racing. Like I love just making sure that people are just enjoying their time, like dancing, vibing to the music. That's just my motive. Like I want people to have fun.
Okay. I'm actually glad to hear that as an answer. It's people like you, the Rave Factory, A Roomba and Bobby J with what they do, Enterverse, and the many, many other communities running events such as yourself that allow people to have things to do and have fun. And I'm glad people like you enjoy running those events for others. It's a very selfless act you do.
Orium, line.
Hmm?
Bobby J, I asked this of everybody that we talked to and everything else like this. When you first came into VR, right? And everything else like this, and wherever it might have been, don't matter where, all of a sudden you walk into it and you're going, no, I gotta go. I gotta that way. This is way out of whack. What was one of the weirdest things you saw in VR that just made you go, huh?
Mm.
Oh, that was a good one. Well, first off, it was at a Black Cat. Oh, sorry, there goes my puppy.
It's all good.
But yeah, it was so during that time when I was checking out VR, I was going to many different places. One of them was being Black Cat, and oh my God, that was a mistake of my life.
Yeah.
As soon as I got in, you just hear all these like, oh my God, like get me out of here.
That sounds like the Black Cat.
Mm, it-
Hasn't changed over the years and never will, I don't think.
no,
But
not
yeah.
at all. Yeah, the Black Cat's one of those weird places that I always feel bad. Like whenever like this time of year happens and it's Christmas and people get their brand new Quest
Oh, yeah,
headsets,
no.
the first place they go is usually the Black
Oh,
Cat
yeah,
because
no.
VRChat advertises it, and then they get to go to the one most cursed, brain dead places, like group congregations of people. Black Cat's a really awesome world, but the people who congregate there, and that is always, or roughly always, their first experience is that. And then the fun 5-letter words some of the people scream and the flying people and
Oh yeah. Black Cat's just tainted now. Like, there's no recovery.
Well, to be
The
fair,
funniest thing of that, all going into the Black Cat, it's like somebody let out people that have been bottled up in a bottle, and they just like you shake a bottle of soda and you crack it, and the shit just goes flying everywhere, and everybody looks like, why in the hell did you get that crap on me? Because you opened the door and walked into Black Cat. That's why. That's just the subject that everybody can't understand. Now you're covered in crap that you didn't want to. And I go in there just for the comedy relief. It's not always that way, but 99% of the time you walk in there and you just walk in. You don't even have to get past the entrance door. Just listen, folks. Just listen. Well, time to leave this door. I'll go to the other one. Because wow, the shit that goes on, and you're going, what the hell? And then your curiosity gets the best of you, and you sneak around the corner and you peek. And you go, yep, that's what I thought it was. Time to leave. Yep. It's weird.
I think one of my first instances of being in the Black Cat, I went in and I went into the point, I think like when I first starting cults was a thing. And there was there's a very specific low quality anime girl. It's really tiny running around, and they're just trying to start a cult, and I had a bunch of little kids screaming, select the avatar, join our cult, join a cult, and I had no idea what the fuck was going on. I was lost. I was still
Join
a visitor
us.
at the time.
The join us cult.
Mm.
Join us. Join us. Especially when they're in the most cursive avatar ever, and they're just like running around in circles in front of you and just screaming, "Join us! Join us!"
Yeah.
That's the worst.
Oh, they're not always too bad. Some of them are pretty cool and decent people. It's just when you have like a Kermit the Frog in a bikini with like 12 of them surrounding you, sounding like Kermit saying, "Join us, join us."
The one that got me when I had that situation, sitting there BS, and all of a sudden the cursed sock, if you know what I'm talking about.
Oh.
The sock, all of a sudden, it was not one. It just like you opened up and the mice had to come out and play with the party of the rats. It just went nuts. They're all over, and then just, you want to do this, don't you? And you just go, no, I'm happy the way I am. Thank you very much. I'm not that sick right now. I'll get my flu shot next week, and hopefully you are all gone. Yeah, it just, yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Oh Lord. Is it that one used sock, quote unquote, that has like that is made to look like a hand puppet, sock puppet?
Yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hi, folks. You folks come and join us on our social and on our Discord. We love to see you there. We have a Patreon, and we have 2 people that have signed on, Training Fangs and Zero. And I hope we get to see you there, folks. We appreciate the time and effort that you make. And my ball's getting out of here because it needs new rubber. Bye. In a way that is beyond recognition, you know. It reminds you of the dirty socks that you got stuck in the corner that could stand up on its own. It's got legs and arms, and it's got a set of eyeballs. And you know what that makes you do? I don't know about anybody else, but this makes me. When you see that, I just had that just a few minutes ago, but this one had paws, like you would have if you were going to a convention or something like that. It had the little hand. I'm going, are you serious? And this thing is staring at me straight in the face at my height just not too long ago. And the person just walks up and pats me on the head and then walks off. And I wasn't even in Black Cat. I'm going, what the? You just want to stand back going, thank you for the head pats. Come again. Would you go away? Please go away. Yeah, it's strange shit.
Okay. So, what have been some of your more favorite memories from VRChat, Dougie?
There are actually many of them, but like, what? How can I say? It's kind of hard to decide because basically almost all of them are my favorites. But I guess I could say one of my favorites is when we had our 1-year anniversary, and it was with one of our partner clubs, very close, Nuzzle Squad. We basically had a collab together celebrating our 1 year, and it was just the people who were there, basically all the homies. We all just like vibe, dance together. I played a set during that event, and like everyone enjoyed it. Everyone danced to it. Like that's the kind of stuff I would say was my favorite moments. Just seeing the whole community just dancing and vibing, like enjoying their time.
Yeah, moments like those really make your time here very worth it. I can understand why you would choose that as one of your favorite memories. What have been some memorable learning moments from your time in VRChat, even in the DJ and club scene?
Well, one of them was the Black Cat incident. That's where I learned, okay, never join Black Cat again.
Back to the Black Cat incident, and here we go again.
Never
Look
join
out,
Black Cat
folks.
again. Now, another memorable, like, basically as you learned your lesson, will be that one time I got invited to an NSFW event.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
What I thought was gonna be like, I'm guessing like probably like naked Abby's. Yeah, no, that's not close. I mean, naked Abby's more involved, but like that wasn't the worst part.
Oh.
Just when you see a group of people, you know.
You got the full experience. Little Bluetooth
Yeah,
devices.
when
They weren't having Dougie's trying to say they weren't having milk and cookies, I'll tell you that much. But somebody was getting a cookie and Ninja. Yeah, there was none of that delivered at that hour. And the Uber driver dropped going, did you order a pizza, sir? No. Yeesh. Yeah,
Well,
I've been in
Raptor,
that situation too.
There's milk and Oreos, but a very different kind of milk and a very different kind of Oreo.
I know. I was trying to keep it clean for 5 seconds. It didn't last very long, did it? Oh my God. Oh boy.
You know, you mentioning that reminded me of a moment I had a similar experience. A friend of mine who does content themselves back, I think before they did content, invited me to a furry club. I was like, cool, I'm gonna go hang out with my friend. It'll be a great time. It was a furry club that in the after hours party devolves into lots of activity and exercise. I'll leave it at that. Boy, was I surprised. Oh no.
I think everybody goes through an episode of that and everything. Hey, you get an invite and going, okay, wait a minute. Hey, okay, I know this guy. Okay, yeah, you haven't talked to him for a while. Hey, let's go see what he's doing. All this. You sent you an invite, you walk in the door. You walk in the door and all of a sudden you catch a sound. You go, whoa, is that what I think's going on? No, couldn't be. Come on. Not this guy. I've never seen this guy even make an attempt to do anything like this. And all of a sudden, you listen a little bit and you keep quiet. That's another reason why it's being small. You hear things, you see things that most people don't even pay attention to you. And you stand there and you look up and you're going, what? And you don't key up. You just look there thinking to yourself like, wow, okay, this is what's going on. And all of a sudden, the sounds just start to escalate. And it was just when you first walked in. There's somebody right at the front door walking in, doing their thing. And all of a sudden, you go, okay, it'll just be quiet. It's just maybe they just couldn't find a corner to hide in. So this is where they had to do it at, right? No, you get around the corner and you're going, wow, God damn, I should have brought the popcorn and turned the fucking video on. This is getting great. I probably made a few bucks and sell tickets at the door. I would have been a rich SOB, just faster and shit. Holy shit, you key up to the buddy that's there going, what the shit are you fucking doing? And everybody stops, looks at you, looks back and everything else like this going, where's your partner at? What fucking partner? What? I was invited here. I don't know what the hell's going on. Sorry, there's no logo going, yeah, we're having a #1 party and you are invited. We just want to do you as a switch. Sorry, I'm not your fucking set on me party toy. I'm not going there. And I was gone. Do you believe after that fact, that guy turned around and goes, why didn't you stay, man? We could have found you somebody. Well, yeah, age-wise is an issue here. No offense to me in my old age. I'm not dead yet and everything else like this, but I just didn't want to scare anybody going, wow, I think I moan more than anybody else. And if you don't believe it, I've got it recorded. And don't go there either, Wonka. And everything else like this. So, yeah. Yeah, it's weird. It's just fucking weird. You can at least give me a heads up in a DM or something like this or Discord going, if you're going to come, bud, we're doing this. Oh, okay. No self-warning? That's better off just jumping off this train and hope I don't bounce. Good luck with that one at the speed it's going, if you get my drift,
Well,
folks.
based on your story, it sounds like a lot of people came to that party. Well, in that party.
Yeah, there was a lot there. And it's one of those things, first time of being in something that everybody's curious. Don't get me wrong. Curiosity killed the cat. No offense, Dougie. No offense, bud. Wow. No offense. Not to take it towards your direction, but wow, that cat should have just said, well, thanks for the fittings and the catnip. I'm going. If you get my dress, I'm not hanging around. Oh boy. But it was something that sticks to the back of your mind. Okay. And they're out there. They're out there. But you got a choice, like you got to be open-minded. I tell everybody the same thing. You got to be open-minded. But when you key up and say something and you're the only SOB standing there and everybody else is doing something, you feel like you're a dot on the wall that they can't rub out and it just keeps spreading. So you have to leave. That was just what I did. It was just funny. It was funny.
So,
I mean, I don't mind it as long as I'm not included in it. But at least, thankfully, one of the tips that helps me know when it's one of those type of parties where they don't tell you anything is when you join the world, and then they tell you make sure you're on orange. That's like, oh, okay.
The telltale sign of what kind of party it is. Make sure you're on orange. Then someone's in a collar and harness, and you definitely know where you are.
Orange is when they turn around and look at you in a situation going, sir, you can't be in here. Why? Am my avatar too bad? No, you're not red. what? When they ask for the red line, you going, okay, I'm not going. Thank you. I'll leave. Bye. And they look at you strange, like you can't turn yourself on red. Yeah. Yeah. I've had that once
Danger,
too. You
Master
got to be
Robinson,
red. It's
danger.
weird. Yes, it's weird to have somebody say, "Turn yourself onto red." You're going, I'm not going past this door. Thank God you're checking IDs at the front. Because, eek. Yeah. I haven't been to one of those in a long while.
I don't think I've ever been to an
Thank
event
God.
that asked you to go on red. Only time I've ever been on red
Yeah.
is when like I didn't want to be bothered. I wasn't doing anything funky,
That's,
but I've
yeah.
never
But
been
now
to
you,
a place like that.
yeah, but the idea then in the back of your head, after you leave, most people, if you're on red, is like you just said, you just want to be left alone. You want to relax, listen to the music you want to listen to, that kind of stuff, and all that kind of crap. Nothing to mind comes to what I just said at all. You know, it doesn't click that way. You're going, I'm not going to go get a razor and shave myself so I feel like I'm with the rest of the crowd. Nope, sorry, this avatar just doesn't have that goodie.
To be fair, that is a really good point, though. Well, I'm going to bring up a point. VRChat, a lot of people in VRChat generally associate going on red or orange with those kinds of activities versus someone who's just coming in here generally won't associate with those activities.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Pretty much.
Interesting. So, bringing it off back from the massive divergence, what kinds of things does it take to run the Rave Factory for you? Like, what's involved?
Main thing is time.
Time.
You gotta make sure you have time to plan it out, time to organize it, and the main thing is time to run it.
Okay.
The other thing is, like, the friends who want to help you out, or basically, like I don't like calling them staff, but like, you know what I mean, like, at least someone like help out run it as well, like in case you crash or your internet goes out, you have someone basically you have someone there to help you out, like put in links or keep the event running while you try to work your way back in.
Okay.
And the other thing is knowing people as well.
So,
I got a question, Juan. I got a question. Have you ever, Dougie, since you've been into your DJing and your rave scene and stuff like this, have you ever been in a situation that, knowing that you just said, okay, yeah, you had somebody to back you up, but have you ever had going in a different route that you thought, okay, this day is just not going to work. It's not going to come out the way I want to. It's not saying it's a flop, but I'm saying that, okay, I have one guy not saying they're not going to show and then another one's not going to show, but they actually do show. And you feel like, you know, the wait's late, but it actually goes apeshit. What I mean is it's not going downhill, but it just went crazy. Your room's packed and all that kind of. You ever had a situation like that?
What do you mean, like?
let me
Like,
translate.
Okay,
you
Raptor.
you thought that.
Hold on. Let me translate
Yeah,
Raptor. Because you
sorry,
kind of.
my bad.
Have you ever had any situations that did not go the way you wanted them to during an event? Maybe people canceled. Maybe something just went wrong. Start your question.
Yeah, like a few times. A few times, yeah. I will say, like, one time, basically, I was, like, I took a vacation. Like, I was away from VR. But I had an event coming up, basically, as soon as I got back. And, well, that event turnout was, like, basically no one knew I was having an event that day. This was before, like, groups and everything. Where most of the stuff was spread by, like, Word or Discord. But it was also like around the times when the club started. So there was not much attendees, and I really felt bad for the DJs who played. Now another time what I would say is when I I had an internet outage basically, and it was like during the grand opening of the club.
Oh.
My internet went off for like 2 hours, and I'm like, fuck. I'm like, God, no, like fuck, like all this plan out and everything, like. And my internet site's like, oh no, you're not gonna have fun. No, I will say, thankfully, I did have someone to back me up in there. Shout out to Bobby.
Hmm.
Thanks to him, at least he was able to like help me out. Like, I'll put in the links for you while you try to work with your internet. Like, thank God. Like, oh, I'm not sure what I would have done without him.
Hmm. So, how do you handle moments like those? Like, it doesn't have to be those specifically when you have those hiccups.
Oh, sorry, my puppy.
Oh, don't apologize. We understand.
Hey, we
kind of
just
going.
we
Play
just
with
think
toy.
you like squeak. Oh, see, he's blaming it on his puppy. He's just over there squeezing the squeaker because it keeps him occupied, trying to think of these questions. Squeak, 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 squeak. It's okay. Cats always play with their toys too. We understand, Dougie. You got to play with your toys. It's okay. We understand. No problem, Dougie.
Can you like repeat the question again? Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry.
it's all good.
My dog just like she just keeps like won't leave me
Sorry,
alone.
Doug. I didn't mean to get you sidetracked. I'm really sorry.
No, my dog is the one that's sidetracking me. Actually, she just won't leave me alone with her toys.
um, how do you handle moments where moments like the ones you've handled where things don't go your way? How do you get through situations like that?
Well, first of all, if it's I'll basically reach out to at least some homies that are not like, even though they're not part of the club, I'll reach out to them. I'll be like, hey, can you do me like a very favor, please? Just like help me out while I'm trying to like fix my issues. That's one of the things I would do. Now, if things are really bad, I would just like, I would hate to do this, but I would just like reach out to the DJs and be like, you know what? I'm so sorry about this. Like, we just have to like cancel the event. Like, just call it out early because things are not working out. Like, I would tell them, like, just don't waste your hour. Don't waste your time on me, please. Like I'll be basically canceling. Like, if things go really bad. Thankfully, like as of now, thankfully none of that has happened. Thankfully. I would hate to happen. Like, most recent was like a couple days ago. No, actually not a couple days ago. Like, I think it was like yesterday. I think where VRChat went down and like so many events had to cancel last night.
Yeah, I can only imagine the effect of those outages on clubs like yours. I remember I was at an event for the Metaverse with Cynthia. Like, I'm gonna go check on Raptor before I head to bed for the night, and nope, couldn't get back in the moment you leave the world. I can only imagine when events like yours, how that went down. How did you guys handle the whole VRChat stroke?
Well, I would say thankfully I wasn't running an event during that time. I was helping out. Like, my club was like promoting and partaking for an event that was going on at that time. But what we basically did is we sent out messages on Discord, letting people know, like, heads up, like, event is down. But thankfully, like, the event, it was Phonicity. They like to run like on VR and also Twitch streams. So what we did was, during the downtime of VRChat, there were still some people in the world who did not restart the game. Unfortunately, I had to restart my game at the perfect timing because I wasn't able to get back in. But thankfully, what Phonicity does, like, they have a Twitch stream running as well. So what we did is we announced on the Discord, like, VRChat's down. Like, we don't know when is it gonna be back up, but in the meantime, like, join the Discord and tune into the Twitch stream, and we can all vibe in there. And that's what we did that day. I remember. No, if it was one of my own events,
Hmm.
unfortunately, I would just have to like, depending on how long it'll take to like for VRChat to return. I was first off would be like pushing back the start times,
Hmm.
reaching out to the DJs, making sure they could still make it, and if not, try to find replacements, like backup DJs, in case.
Hmm.
Now, if it reaches to a point where like yesterday, it was out so long, like if it reaches to that point, I would just have to cancel.
Hmm. I can only imagine. I'm surprised. Well, I'm not surprised. I wonder what happened yesterday with that outage. That is like an interesting time. Yeah.
Yeah, it was really.
Somebody got it. I know what went down, and I hope I'm right. What I heard, somebody got into the main part of the frame and did a boo-boo. And I think at the same time they were doing updates for the new cache things that they were doing, because a lot of places the following day had them. And I think somebody walked knowing it was open or something like, and everything else like this. I stayed where I was at because from a good experience, the first year that I had New Year's in VRChat and did it in here, they had the same freaking problem. The main server, the big one that they had, bellied down. Well, nobody's around. Think about it. It's an open season. Nobody there to fix it. Nobody to do anything. Nobody to turn it back on, let it reboot. Nothing. Because everybody's out doing their thing. And that New Year's, when that did, you've never heard the word go so quickly, verbally, and everything else like this, because they just turned around. If you are in a room, stay in it. Don't leave. And you know how many idiots going, it's nothing. And that thing, it took that New Year's, it took them 45 minutes to an hour to get the thing back up and running. And people were shut out, and big parties were going on, and people were just not listening and everything else like this. I remember I was drinking away and everything else, and you're standing there and everything else like this, and people were popping out like corks. You just all of a sudden talking to them and everything else like this, and they disappear. And everything else like this. And it wasn't that they were not, you're having a conversation. They didn't leave, but it was just weird. It was just slapping everybody left and right weirdly. And I hope this year they're ready for it comparative, for New Year's. Because you got to realize a lot of people come on here and stay home instead of being out where it's dangerous and everything else like this. And thank God people come in here for that. Don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to push drinking on anybody, but a party and raising just Cane with friends, it's just it's a good place to be there. It's a scary point that nobody thinks nothing of it, that it can go down. And it went down all right. Boy, did it ever. Yesterday was a nut. I mean, people were just literally saying, don't move, stay put. No, okay. And I just sat there and kept BSing like I usually do.
Well,
just make sure you have your duct tape in your pocket so you make sure you don't go nowhere.
Basically.
I take it over in where you were in VRChat, the word spread quickly. Dougie?
Yeah, well, like I said, I crashed, but I was all with the event organizer at that time, and yeah, the word did get spread out quickly. Like, don't move, like stay here, don't restart your game. At the same time, like I'm part of like many Discords, VR Discords, and they were also sending out announcements to like stay where you are, like, and thankfully like those people were also like putting the link to the website that was showing the status, like keep an eye out, make sure that VRChat is up before you do anything. But yeah, unfortunately, like many people at that time, including myself, had to restart at the perfect timing.
Yeah. Like, the funny thing was when the status website came out, I wasn't able to even get into the status website for VRChat. It just kind of would load it and give me an error. At least when it first started. Although, to be honest, I didn't try very hard. I just kind of gave up. Yeah. Hmm.
That also happened yesterday too. The website will load perfectly fine, then a couple times, like I guess just too many people trying to check on the status, like I will get that error code.
Hmm. You know, I have a question for you. Is there anything that you guys are doing for the holidays coming up?
Well, are you like in VR referring to? I'm guessing.
Yeah, well, either or. If you're doing stuff in real life, that's cool too. Whatever you want. Is just anything that you as a DJ or the Rave Factory are doing?
Well, I mean IRL, we're just spending time here with the family, but
Hmm.
at the same time in VR, we're gonna be part of a collab that's coming up on Christmas Eve,
Hmm.
and it's basically it's to enjoy the time and opportunity to those don't have anyone to celebrate Christmas Eve with. Like,
Oh.
just come join us. Like, come vibe with us. Come enjoy your time with us. That's one of the events we're throwing on Christmas Eve.
Oh.
Now, the other thing is for New Year's, we're basically just doing like a squad hangout
Hmm.
or homie hangout. Like, we're all gonna be at the New Year's Eve party. If you want to come enjoy your time with us, we're gonna be on Blue, basically.
Hmm. Wow, that's a really nice thing for you to do for those people on Christmas Eve is allow people a place to celebrate. That's a very awesome event.
Yeah, and I'm gonna give credit towards Sue and basically a shout out to Roll Turtle and Crucible because he basically came up with that idea.
Hmm.
Like, let me throw an event and have all these other clubs be a part of it, and have them spread the word and invite people like to those people who don't have anything on Christmas Eve and they want to celebrate with someone. Like we're having a party, come join us. Like, shout out to Roll Turtle. I gotta give it to him on that one.
Hmm. I do say VRChat and places like with you guys and Roll Turtle and Rave Factory and all the clubs. It's awesome to see parties like that too that give a place for people to celebrate the holidays with if they can't or don't have the ability to. So thank you for running that event. I do say it's very hopeful to see that.
hmm
Hmm.
Oh no, yeah, anytime.
Hmm.
Like I said, I love doing this for the community.
Hmm. Well, people like you out there is what makes this game worth playing. So, thank you for existing.
hmm
Hmm.
No, it's always my pleasure.
Hmm.
Like, even though I know it's gonna take my time, but it's just what I love.
Hmm. Hey, as long as you enjoy doing it, that's all that matters. So,
Oh yeah, definitely.
hmm.
You got to realize, Dougie, people like you makes it worthwhile for a whole community, and you're doing it out of your spare time, knowing that it's a passion, and people like you and all the other clubs and stuff like this. Without it, we'd just be people just running around with their heads cut off or standing in front of mirrors going, I wonder if this spot will rub off if I lick it. You know, it's just that kind of deal. But without you guys, just doing it without asking nothing in return except for saying thanks and that kind of stuff, it's great. It's really
Hmm.
great. It's kind of, it's like me and Lion. Hey, when I first came in here, I did, don't get me wrong, I hung at Black Hat and other places and stuff like this. And you listening in VR is one of the biggest things. It's not what you see, it's what you hear. And you hear somebody talking about, hey, there's a rave going on or something like that. I didn't even believe they actually existed in here until somebody took me to my very first rave in here. And wow, and I've been to a real rave in real life, and it's nuts. I thought, okay, it's just going to be a bunch of people just standing around. No, it was actually exciting. It was actually, wow.
Hmm.
They're putting out the vibe and everything else. Like I said, without you folks, there would be nothing to get us away from the squeakers. Nothing against them, but You'd be listening to them going, "This is VR." VR would never get off the ground. It'd just be for the squeakers and nothing for the adults. And without you guys, we wouldn't go nowhere.
No.
So we appreciate you folks, no matter what you do, raves, whatever you're doing, parties are for the adults in any form. Thank God you guys are here, because we'd be going, wow, this is great. I know what I'm going to do this year, you know. So
yeah, it's appreciated that people like you run events, whatever they may be, because as Raptor said, we get the Black Hat Squad.
Oh yeah.
mirror lickers, the mirror lickers and the squeakers. And you just saying going, wow, this is going to be exciting. Yeah, watch all the crazy ones come out of the woodwork, and they're not over the age of 13. Eek.
Well, with that said, I'm going to cut it here. Where can people find you if they so choose to?
Well, they could try to find me on Twitter. Basically, it's the same as my name, ThathomieDouggie. Though it's more of a personalized Twitter. I mean, I'm an open book. Like, I just love meeting new people. I know sometimes it's not good. Like, there's many people on Twitter who have VR accounts, and I get recommended to run a VR account, but I just like want to be open. Like, people want to meet me, I'm on Twitter. Another place where they could reach out to me is on Discord. But the main place will be VRChat. If you see basically a cat in a rave dancing, then you know it's me.
Okay.
Or even better, if you see a barking cat, a barking cat. I mean, one of the things, my Chihuahua just loves to bark right next to me, especially while I'm in VRChat. So it gets picked up in my mic, and I got a lot of my friends who are around me saying that, like, oh look, a barking cat. I remember so one of my homies told someone else, like, well, a homie of mine was next to me, and some person came up to talk to me, and my Chihuahua started barking. I remember my friend told that person, like, oh, don't worry about the barking cat, they're just going through a midlife crisis. That's basically what I tell people now. That's what I tell people now. When they hear me bark, I'm like, sorry, midlife crisis.
Oh, wow.
Well, thank you again, Dougie, for joining us
Yeah,
today. It's a great pleasure getting
We
to speak
appreciate
to
it,
you.
Dougie. Yeah, very much so,
Thank
Dougie.
you guys very much. This is actually, like, I really enjoyed this, like, especially getting to, like, meet you guys, and also if people want to get to know me, like basically you asking questions that someone might want to ask me. Like, yeah, I really appreciate that. And I really love what you guys do on your YouTube.
Well,
Thank you. We appreciate that.
we enjoyed the
Yeah, very much.
conversation with
Thanks.
you as much as you did.
Patience.
We always enjoy it.
Uh-huh.
And I'm glad we got to meet you today.
That pleasure was mine.
With that said, Raptor, you should close us out. Give us a good one.
Okay, here we go, folks. You ever see Dougie, and he might be barking and everything else like this, and say, oh, wow, look at the barking cat. But listen to him real close. I bet you he's playing with that squeaker, and whoa, you know, little nibble here and there. You know how cat toys are. They sink their claws. They hurt like hell. Take care, folks, and go see this man. Talk to you later. Bye.
Hello, everyone. This is just going to be a really small teaser for a show we started on Patreon. Just right after this little intro, it's going to be a bi-weekly show. We'll be talking about various things, conspiracies, fun conversations, maybe weird history, things like that. The first episode should be up on our Patreon now. It'll be open to everybody without a paywall, the first episode anyway. Every episode preceding that will be, well, behind the Patreon wall, but for you to see what kinds of things going on, please feel free to go over there, check it out. It's right within our card, Metaverse Degen, MetaverseDegen.card.co. That's card with 2 R's. And thank you very much to some of our Patreon subscribers, which is going to be Training Fangs and Forbidden Zero. Please enjoy.
I believe that aliens have been here and everything else like this. It just slowly, it's like letting the air out of a balloon.
Mm.
You know, you just let a little at a time. Because if you lay it out on the table, water's water, right? You understand that.
Mm.
But when you understand something that you've never seen and only get a glimpse, it's just like every creature that's people have seen or something like this, no matter what it is. If you don't have physical proof or have more than 3 people to prove that they saw the same thing you are and everything else like this, you got to realize you go back in history, we didn't have cell phones, and not everybody had a camera to carry around going, look what I saw. You know, it's a different story. Not everybody carries cameras back then. Now everybody's got a cell phone or had a camera, all this kind of stuff. Everything leaks out in a little bit at a time. So people, but your question, yes, I believe that there's other life forms besides us here.
So,
no matter how far out it is or what.
My thoughts on aliens is I do believe they
What about
exist. I do believe they exist, but I'm a lot more skeptical. I don't think a lot of the sightings people claim are out there are as genuine as a lot of the community may think they are. I think maybe 98% of it is just people trying to share a story or hoping they exist. You know, a lot of the time when things go about and people want to take part, a lot of people fabricate a whole lot of things just to say, look, I'm a part of it too, to some degree. And I think a lot of it may be that. Stories, self-embellishing, a lot of those things. Now, in terms of like our position as a human race and aliens,